your home for dirt track racing across the country and right here in Southwest Ohio. This is Josh, joined by EJ. It's episode 85. X marks the spot. Tracks need help. And a rain dance. I hope you guys are ready to get dirt.
This week in dirt racing history, we go back to June 18th of 2016 at Waynesfield Speedway here in Ohio. For the All-Star Circuit of Champions Ohio Sprint Speedweek, we've seen Sheldon Haudenschild pick up the victory, Kyle Larson in second, and the Steel City Outlaw Tim Schaefer round out the podium.
Let me talk to you.
This week's talking points: 26 Promotions is excited to announce a Saturday night purse increase to the Skagit Casino Resort Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup. They're adding $26,000 to the purse. We see this in conjunction with Hugh Sitz putting up a bunch of high money as well. So it's good to see this in sprint car racing. It looks like finishing positions 5 through 26 in the A main will now receive an additional $1,000, raising the A main start money to $5,000. Saturday B main upgrade as well. It will now pay $2,000 to the first non-transfer, plus increase pay throughout and pay $500 to start the B main. Wow. The Saturday C and D mains will also see an increase in pay. What do you think about that, Josh?
Man, you know, you love to see him putting money through the field. We all like to see that big dollar sign at the top. But, you know, it's been a talking point not only here, but on other podcasts as well. Spend that money through the field. I like to see big money at the top, but I also like to see money through the field, you know. Getting a hefty $10,000 or more to start, I think, is where these big races really should be at. And I think we're heading in that right direction, right? So I'm glad they added money through the purse, $5,000 to start the A main now there at Skagit for the Super Dirt Cup. That's coming up. We'll talk about that here. And looking forward to it. Again, good to see the money going through the field.
Yep, paying all the way through the field. That's awesome to see. Also, really close to my heart here, Atomic Speedway needs our help. Certainly don't know all the ins and outs. What I've heard, it's not good. They're really in debt there, Josh. I heard millions of dollars. The last race I seen there, you know, that their pond that's been there in the infield for years is dry. Then I heard on the podcast today, Short Track Recap, if you haven't heard it, they're having to go to their back pond. They got an extra pond to bring water to the racetrack and stuff. And it seems like it's I mean, we've talked about it, you know, for the last year or so. They've had a lot of attention around them. It seems like this downward spiral has been going on for a while, and just the track running out of money. And yeah, it's definitely not good to see. But the last thing I want to see, Josh, is another track going out of business, because it seems like around here, when they do, they usually stay away for a long time. And I definitely hate to see this with Atomic Speedway, man. That's my home track.
Yeah, you know, I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I'm sure there are a lot of questions folks have. It seems to me that Charlie is trying to do what he thinks is the best, and he's trying to keep the track going. I don't think there's any ill will on his part. But, you know, there were some issues and some rumblings last year, and it spilled into this year, and now it's at the forefront with legal documents, and Charlie himself has spoken about it on their social media as well. So I hate to see it. I mean, you know, if somebody wants to partner up with them and they can help take the load off, I'm sure that would be welcomed. And he's even went out and said if somebody wants to go to the bank and make them an offer and take over the track, then that would be welcoming as a resolution as well. You know, we've seen it. Like it's like tracks close. If they close, they're going to probably stay closed, and he even mentioned that somebody was trying to buy the track. I think it was last year, but they were going to convert it into something other than a racetrack. We don't want to see that either. So I think he's trying to do what he can, but eventually time runs out, luck runs out. So hopefully somebody comes in there at Atomic and they can save that track and we can keep seeing racing there. Right now, it sounds like end of June, July-ish might be the last race, at least for this season. So it'll be interesting to see how it develops. Hopefully somebody comes to the rescue of Atomic Speedway.
Yeah. And Charlie Vest, for quite a few years now, he's been pulling money out of his own pocket to keep that track alive, because there was talks about the track dying before he got ownership of it, and he's done a lot to save it. And it's just I couldn't imagine what it's like to run a racetrack, and definitely hope to see Atomic stay alive.
Yeah, no doubt. Moving on, Brent Marks, 7 out of his last 8 races, he's been on the podium. One of those races was a win. Marks is starting to build momentum at the right time and could be a big problem in the month of July. Brent Marks, he has been hot lately.
Yeah, he lost that sponsor there, and he's been on a tear. It seems like he's been on the podium every single night. We could even say second place, because I mean he's really been up there beating on the door of a win, and this is a big win for him to get in the midst of all the stuff he's got going on. And he come out and put it on the Outlaws, and that's definitely good to see with Brent Marks. And I look for him to gain momentum. He's a former Kings Royal winner, and I look for him to be up there in the Kings Royal, and we're getting really close, so I can't wait to see.
Yeah, I think it was a dirt parlor I caught recently, and Brent Marks is on there.
Yep.
Very, very good episode. If you haven't checked it out, go check out the guys there at Dirt Parlor. Moving on, Limaland going back to its old ways. Got this photograph here from Bryce Massengale's social media. Eesh. I was there a few weeks ago, and the 410 non-wing feature was so dusty. Outside of one car, Ryan Bars, which is bright yellow, I couldn't figure out where anybody was. You're not going to hit it every weekend. I understand that. But in talking to some folks, seems to be a common theme this year, where last year I was there 3 or 4 times and things were moving pretty smoothly and the track was pretty good. If this is becoming commonplace this season, it's not good. I don't want to pick on them, but that's where my love for racing started. But in my opinion, I've said this before and I'll say it again, this facility should be hosting a major national race every year, at least one. Instead, things like this keep coming up and they keep getting in their way. I can't think, if you're going to kick the gate open, you're not going to put your best foot forward. I'm not saying that folks working there aren't trying their hardest, but obviously something is not working out right. We've got track surfaces like this where guys are junking their cars.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, it seems like they only got 12 races there all year. In the picture, it looks really, really bad. I couldn't imagine being a racer trying to maneuver around that. It's one thing, a track having character, but this picture here that I'm looking at, it looks like, I mean, what lane can you pick, Josh? I don't know. I've never been to Limaland. I would love to get there. But I would definitely like for the track to look a lot better than it looks here.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The facility is just top notch. I've said it before, and if you've been to Limaland, you'll agree. Facility is top notch, but struggles with the track just seem to continue. Last year, like I said, I thought they had it pretty well ironed out, and I was hoping it was going to spill into this year, but it seems like we're taking a step backwards. So hopefully folks there at Limaland can get things ironed out for the rest of the 2026 season.
All right. Also, let's touch on the Big E here, Josh. It seems like the main grandstands for the Kings Royal World 100 are almost full. Still a lot of bleacher seats available in the turns. Camping sold out. If you haven't got your camping, if you haven't got your seats, you better get them now, because Josh, we're ready to get out here in less than a month, and we're going to be partying and watching some big-time racing.
That's right. I can't wait. Like you pointed out, camping's been sold out for a while for both of those events. The main grandstands is almost filled out. The reserved seats and the turns that are on the concrete, those are gone. Still quite a few seats left in the grandstands and the turns, and I'm sure there'll still be some grass available. But once you get close to Saturday, either there at the Kings Royal or the World 100, it's going to fill up just like it did. So make sure if you're going to get it, you get on top of it and get your tickets now.
The High Bank Nationals will pay $300,000 to win, $5,000 to start. They're putting an extra $100,000 up for a non-outlaw driver to win. What I've seen, a lot of those drivers are going out west, and we was talking about Skagit's actually putting a lot of big money up as well. So 2025 champion of the High Bank Nationals was Buddy Kofoid. He's been Mr. Huset's himself. Every time he shows up, he's running in the front and usually winning.
Yeah.
He's going to be a hard pick to pick against. He's already won there this year. But Sheldon, he's been running consistent. Josh, he's been doing his thing. I think he's been the most consistent driver on tour recently. And he's got a big time win at Huset's himself, winning $100,000 back there in 2021. So don't count Sheldon out, and I cannot wait. This is a huge week.
Yeah. I'm going to guess it's going to be your pick, but I can tell you right now, that's going to be my pick. I think it's a big win coming for the 18 car in Sheldon Haudenschild there at Huset's
Super Dirt Cup out there at Skagit, like we're talking. All these sprint car races, they're putting up a lot of money, and it seems like, it's all across the country right now, which is good to see, Josh. They are going to pay $100,026.26 to win. That's Kevin Rudine and his race out there. So that's for his race, Rudine, his son. And also they're going to pay $4,000 to start and $24,000 added lap lead money. 2025 champion was Trey Starks, and again another hard pick to pick against. They was setting the new track record and 5 wins there so far this season. So Trey Starks been doing his thing there. Rico Abreu and Aaron Reitzel will not go down easy. They're both going out there for high limits. I heard Thorson's going to be another one. I'm not sure who else, but that's going to be some tough national tour guys to deal with out there. But who are you going to pick, Josh, to win this race here?
I got a couple thoughts on this race. First of all, I think it's going to be good for Justin Peck. I think Justin Peck getting out there, that car, obviously familiar. I think this is where they can kind of gain some momentum. They've had some struggles, really, quite a bit here at the beginning of the season. So I'm looking for Justin Peck. I'm not saying he's going to win it, but I'm looking for that team to go out there and to help start building some momentum coming into the big races here in July and August. And on that note, I think Trey Starks is going to go back to back, and I think he is going to be your Super Dirt Cup champion in 2026.
Is J-Mac still out there racing? I know he was just racing the fastest 5 days in motorsports. Is he going to be there for Dirt Cup, or do you know?
I don't know, but I would say that's probably a good bet.
Yeah, I would think so too. I would probably go with him for my pick. So, yeah, good to get our picks out there, man.
Yeah, definitely. Moving on, how big was the rain at Knoxville for David Gravel? He would have had to use a provisional after a motor swap and finishing towards the back of the last chance showdown, and most likely would have had his point lead cut in half. Gravel leads Macedo by 82, Kofoid by 96, and Sheldon by 140. Man, that's huge that Knoxville got rained out, because if it didn't and that lead gets cut in half, now you've got 3 guys on your tail for the points championship. Man, David had to be doing a rain dance there at Knoxville.
Yeah. Also, Josh, if we remember back to Knoxville Nationals last year, he had a very bad first night there and got into a lot of trouble, wrecked his car, and he ended up on the main night. He made a huge run through the field, so I wouldn't doubt that he could have done the same thing. It's not the Knoxville Nationals amount of cars, but it was still a 60 car field, and yeah, I definitely wouldn't doubt that David could have come from the back and got up there and mixed for the win.
Yeah, swapping the motor out, and certainly, I mean, we know David Gravel's fast, right? He's not leading the points just because he one of, if not the best driver in the country right now. But I don't know. It just, to me, the rest of the field the night before, which, by the way, was a really good race.
Yep.
The rest of the field looked fast, and that's kind of where my concern would have been. Would David have been fast? Certainly. But the rest of the field looked really good Friday, and if that would have continued into Saturday, I think it would have been a huge hole for him to climb out of.
Yeah, and the points have been getting a lot closer, like you had mentioned.
Yeah. Moving to Ohio Sprint Speedweek points. After winning at Sharon, Seth Sabo leads the way with Parker Price Miller in second, 16 behind, and Danny Dietrich might pick to win Speedweek. 18 points behind. Nate Dussel's there, Cap Henry, Caleb Henry, Bryce Lucius, Tim Schaefer, Greg Wilson, and Leighton Wagner round out your top 10 in points that we're supposed to be racing right now, but rain got the best of it. We'll have to wait until tomorrow to see the All-Star Circuit champions back on the track. So far, what do you think of Speed Week? I know we've only got a couple shows in. Seth Sabo with a nice win there at Sharon.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. PPM, he's been up there in the mix the whole time. My pick to win was Bryce Lucius. I wasn't so aware. He's in a different car this year by the looks of it. It seemed like he was in a yellow number 24 or something like that. And I wasn't aware because I knew he was running the 32 or something like that last year. So, and he ran really good at Speed Week last year. So, he got a couple wins. One of them was Millstream, which got rained out today, his home track. So, he's still in the fight, I would say. It's a pretty close battle here throughout, and we was talking months ago, Josh, that this All-Star Circuit of Champions roster is stacked.
Yeah, we'll talk about it here. They've had over 40 cars the first 2 nights, and I'm kind of curious to see how that looks through the rest of the week. Wayne County tomorrow, Eldora on Tuesday. Wednesday is a rain date should they need it. I'm just kind of curious once we get into the week how many cars will be showing up. So I think it's going to be interesting. Another Ohio Sprint Speed Week is underway.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers. Oh, no.
Here we go with this week's race recap. We go to Sunday, June 7th at Angel Park Speedway for the Ted Johnson Memorial Race. The World of Outlaws sprint car scene, Carson Macedo with the win. Sheldon Haudenschild in second and Bill Baylog in third. The Badger Midgets, Will Garretts picked up the victory. Jake Newman second and Luke Wackerlin in third. Worldwide Technology Raceway for the USAC Silver Crown Series, CJ Leary with the win. Bobby Santos III in second, and Jackson Masenko from 16th to round out the podium. Tuesday, June 9th at Brownstown Bull Ring in Illinois for the Hell Tour Night 1. Late models seen Shannon Babb win, Tanner English second, Frank Heckenaz Jr. in third. The modifieds, Jacob Stein-Koenig picked up the victory, Reg Bolliger second, Kenny Wallace in third, Harmy there.
Yep.
B-Mod seen Cody Clark win, D. Schwartz in second, and Austin Seats in third. Factory Stock seen Kason Timmons win, Trevor Isaac in second, Gary Walker in third. Four cylinders, Dylan Bonk picked up the victory, Brian Gagg in second, and Michael Bolyard in third. Circle City Raceway for Indiana Midget Week Night 1. The midgets seen Hayden Reinbold wins, Logan Seavey in second, and KTJ round out the podium. He was plus 11 in that. The non-wing 410s, Jaden Rogers with the win, James Turnbull in second, and Jake Swanson in third. Eagle Raceway for the high limit 410s, Rico Abreu with the win, David Gravel in second, Garrett Williamson in third. Hey, Josh, it looked like the World of Outlaws showed up there at Eagle, and they dominated that. 6 of the top 10 was World of Outlaw drivers.
Yeah, I noticed that, and I'm glad you put that in the notes. And you know what's funny is I don't know this for a fact, but I remember watching Knoxville Friday night and having the same thought about the high limit guys. Eagle, the top 10, more outlaw guys, and I think the top 10 at Knoxville was more high limit guys than outlaws. So it's funny how that works out.
Shows you the strength of the sport right now.
That's right. Moving on to Wednesday, June 10th, Atomic Speedway Modifieds. Brad Gulf gets the win. Danny Moore in second. Compacts, Chris Weiss gets the win. Christopher Mayer in second. And Kevin Willis in third. Sport Mods, Kevin Willis gets the win. Austin Barker in second. And Jamie Adams in third. Legends, Steve Parton with the win. Glenn Mitchell in second. And Eli Geidel in third. Kankakee County Speedway Hell Tour Night 2. That got postponed to July 6th. Muskegon County Speedway and the Dirt Cup and the late models. Bobby Pierce just keeps winning. Bobby Pierce gets the win. Josh Rice with a nice second, and there's Nick Hoffman in third. Paragon Speedway Indiana Midget Week Night 2 with the midgets. Carter Surf gets the win. Nice run by our guy Jacob Boxell to finish second. Cannon McIntosh in third. And the 410 non-wings, Ricky Lewis gets the win. Jordan Kinzer in second, and Zach Pretorius in third. Move to Thursday, June 11th, Lincoln Park Speedway, Indiana Midget Week, Night 3. In the midgets, Justin Grant gets the win. Cannon McIntosh in second, and Logan Stevie in third. 410 non-wings, Jaden Rogers with the win. Harley Burns in second, and Ricky Lewis in third. Peoria Speedway Hell Tour, Night 3, postponed until June 22nd. Moving to Shelby County Speedway there in Iowa with high limit. Tanner Holmes gets the win. Big first national win there for Tanner Holmes. A long time coming. Glad to see that 13 in victory lane. Hope to see them build off that. Tanner Holmes gets the win. Brent Marks in second, and Tyler Courtney from 14th to 3rd.
Yep, awesome win for Tanner Holmes there. I wanted to touch on that. I also wanted to mention here, how do you think Charlie felt about JG winning that race that he attended there?
I'm sure he was thrilled.
Real? I'm just kidding, man. Just kidding. Just had to give a hard time there. Let's go to Friday, June 12th. We're going to go out to Attica Raceway Park for Speed Week Night 1 here in Ohio. In your 410s, Craig Mintz picked up the victory. PPM, Porter Price Miller in second, and Zeph Sabo in third. The late model seen Devin Shields with the victory, Todd Brennan in second, and Mike Bors in third. Bloomington Speedway out there in Indiana Midget Week for Night 4. It was Logan Seavey getting the win, Carter Sarf in second, and Cannon McIntosh in third. The 410 non-wing seen Jordan Kenzer with the win, Cody Trammell in second, and Logan Seavey in third. The Lightning Sprints, Johnson Ginder in first, Brandon Coffey in second, Jordan Shipley in third. We go to Coles County Speedway for the Hell Tour Night 4. The late model scene, Jason Fager with the win, Ryan Unziker in second, Tanner English in third. The modifieds, Mike Harrison picked up the win, Damian Kiefer in second, and Ray Bollinger in third. The Hornets, Joseph Musalami, I'm going to say there, with the win.
I like it.
Nice win for him. David Lordson in second, and Dale Kohler in third. The limited mod scene, Drew Schwartz in first, J.D. Evans in second, and Carson Evans in third. A lot of Evans in that race. Douglas County for the NARC Sprint Cars. 15-year-old Jet Barnes gets his first 410 feature win. Justin Sanders in second, and TK, Tim Kading, round out the podium. Hilltop Speedway for the late models. Zach Milby with the win, Tyler Riggs in second, Braden Dillinger in third. Modified scene, Jess Hartman in first, Chris Basich in second, and Robin Dustin in third. Mod Lights, Jimmy Smith with the win, Carson Hubbard in second, Clint Snyder in third. Mini Stocks, Tim Jensen with the win, Wes Staley in second, Billy Parson in third. Sport Mods, Braxton Wilson with the win, Shane Mitchell in second, Jimbo Wheeler. What do you think about that race name, Josh?
That's a good one, man. I mean, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that. It's hard to come up with some good race names, and Jimbo Wheeler definitely got one of them.
That is hardcore, man. He rounded out the podium there. That's good stuff. Crown Vic seen Dane Kick with the win, Josh Wilfong in second, and John Wheeler in third. And we go out to Jackson County Speedway here in Ohio. The modified seen Evan Seitz pick up the win, Dalton Cheney in second, Seth Cheney in third. The Sport Mods, Austin Barker picked up the win, Jarrett McCarley in second, and Kevin Wills in third. Austin Barker's been running really good in that modified around Ohio recently. Sport Compacts there, seeing Chris Wise with the victory, Zach Kisner in second, and Jamie Harper in third. The Legends, Quade Schoonover, that's another good one, picked up the win. Glenn Mitchell in second, and Dustin Enderly in third. In the Crown Vics, Dylan Fitzgerald picked up the victory, Mark Smith in second, and Caitlin Hutchinson rounded out your podium.
Moving to Knoxville Raceway with the World of Outlaws sprint cars, like you said, over 60 cars there. But in the end, Brent Marks gets the win, Sheldon Haudenschild in second, and Logan Schuhart in third. If you didn't get a chance to catch this race, go back and watch it. Really good race. EJ, did you get a chance to catch that one?
I did. That was quite a race. There was I think there was 4 of them up there for the last 10 laps or so, and I mean they was trading haymakers like it was the Knoxville Nationals, one of the biggest races to win. So definitely good to see that out of Knoxville, and I can't wait for the Nationals, and we're getting really busy now. So that was definitely a good race out there, and can't wait for a couple months.
Yeah. Moving to the pro sprints, Clayton Vanderploeg would get the win, but would get disqualified for an illegal chassis. Clayton hasn't yet turned 16, and I kind of laughed when the interview occurred because he was asked when he turned 16 because they thought it was a few days before. He wasn't 16 yet, so I thought that was kind of funny. Thought he had the win there and was happy for him, but an illegal chassis changed things. And Jay Kinder would end up with the win. Tyler Thompson in second, and Chase Young would round out the podium. Moving to Limaland Motorsports Park in the modifieds, Jeff Kaz gets the win. Dustin Moore in second, and Brennan Sherman in third. Thunder Stocks, Nick Bowers gets the win. Todd Sherman in second, and Rob Trent in third. USAC Midwest, Thunder Midgets, 33 or 34 cars there. Nice field, especially going up against Indiana Midget Week. And in the USAC Midwest Thunder Midgets, Luke Hall gets the win. Bryce Massengale in second, and Chet Gerke in third. In the trucks, Paige Perrine gets the win. Chris Hicks in second, and our guy Tony Anderson rounds out the podium. Moving to Moeller Raceway Park in the late models, Cody Mahoney gets the win. Adam Stricker in second. Avery Taylor in third. Modifieds, Matt Hamilton with the win. Dalton Smith in second, and Jimmy Lennox Jr. in third. In the sport mods, Joshua Tidwell gets the win. Matthew Watson Jr. in second, and Carson Freeman in third. Compacts, Kevin McCoy gets the win. Christopher Mayer in second, and CJ Hall in third. Crown Vics, Andrew Salvi gets the win. Mason Hall in second, and Vince Weinberg in third. Moving to West Virginia Motor Speedway with the World of Outlaw late models. And guess who again? He's super smooth, and he just wins. The smooth operator, Bobby Pierce with the win. Dennis Erb Jr. in second, and Tyler Erb would round out the podium.
Now we're going to go to Saturday, June 13th at the Atomic Speedway. The Boss Sprint seen tall Trey Osborne pick up the victory. He said that was a really good victory for him. He's always wanted to win there because he grew up not far away.
Yeah.
Corbin Hayslett in second, and Jesse Vermillion in third. Late models seen Zach Milby pick up the win, Matt Melvin in second, and Randy Arms Jr. in third. The modifieds, Landon Barker with the victory, Brad Goff in second, and Jeremy Rayburn in third. Sport mods, Jamie Adams with the win, Adam Lawson in second, and Austin Barker in third. Then we go to Fairbury Speedway for Hell Tour Night 5. The late model seen Shannon Babb pick up the win, Tanner English in second, and Chris Simpson in third. Modified, Zeke McKenzie with the win, Mike Harrison in second, Kurt Spalding in third. Street Stocks, Zane Wrights with the victory, Nick Clubb in second, and Joe Brown round out the podium. Knoxville Raceway on Saturday, they got I think they got hot laps in, and then they got qualifying in. They started racing the heat race. They ended up getting rained out, so they ended up canceling for Knoxville. Midway Speedway, I think it was the Clay City Classic, I think is what it's called. I didn't put it in the notes here, but I think that's what they's calling it. But late models, Lincoln Smith with the win, Kyle Bond in second, Todd Brennan in third. Modifieds, Jason Brennan in first, Jess Hartman in second, Cole Elkins in third. Mod Light seen Jake Bowman with the win. Hayden Cheeseman Hill picked up second, and Chris Jones in third. And the four bangers seen Zach Kisner with the win, Mick Willison in second, and Chris Dyer in third. And we go to Montpelier by the Milkman with the 410s. It looks like Ryland Gray was gone. He got the win there. And it sounded like multiple racers had transponder issues in that race. Ryan Barr with a nice run there, I seen. He went from 13th to 6th, so that's an awesome run for a friend of the show. Let's go, Ryan Barr.
That's right.
But your winner there for the mods was Dustin Moore, and then the stocks was Irvin Turner.
Moving to Oakshade Raceway in the late models, Colin Shipley gets the win, Rusty Schlink in second, and Casey Noonan in third. Sport mods, Dylan Jensen in second, Josh Robertson. Dylan Jensen gets the win, Josh Robertson in second, and Dylan Ho in third. Super Stocks, Jeff Folks Jr. with the win, Mason Luttrell in second, and Jake Rendell in third. Compacts, Corey Gum from 14th to the win. Corey Gum up on the wheel. He gets the win in the compacts. Brian Oakerly in second, and James Stamper in third. Sharon Speedway and Ohio Sprint Speedweek, night number 2, Zess Sabo gets his first All-Star Circuit of Champions win during Ohio Sprint Speedweek at Sharon. Zess Sabo with the win, Dale Blaney in second, and Leighton Wagner in third. The modifieds, Ty Rhodes gets the win. Dan Davies in second, and Josh McDonald in third. Tri-State Speedway, Indiana Midget Week, night 5 in the midgets. Justin Grant gets the win. Logan
Talking
Seeley in second, and Jacob Boxell in third. Another
Nice
tough
win. Nice win
Yeah.
for Charlie's favorite driver from Dirt Tracks and Rip Racks, JG. He's doing things out there. And I'm sure that he was really excited to be in the pits with JG after that race.
Yeah. Justin Grant gets the win in the midgets, and Charlie was cracking one open. He was thrilled. Moving to non-wing 410s, Kyle Cummins gets the win. Carson Short in second, and JJ Hughes in third. West Virginia Motor Speedway Night 2 with the World of Outlaw late models. Tyler Erb, Turbo, gets the win. Drake Troutman in second, and Hudson O'Neill would round out the podium.
All right, our racing to come Sunday, June 14th at Kokomo, Indiana Midget Week. Sorry about that. Finale. It's been rained out. So Carter Sorf, my pick there earlier in the week. He is the champion. So good for me to, pick the champion for Indiana Midget Week. That went a lot better there, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Millstream, they're rained out as well. So Millstream rained out today. That's unfortunate. I was really thinking about getting up to Millstream for my second time ever, but I'll be up there later in the year. So we go to Monday, June 15th, Grace Harbor for the Timber Cup for the NARC 410 Sprint Car Series. Wayne County will have the Duffy Smith Memorial for Ohio Sprint Speedweek Night 4 with the All-Star Circuit of Champions. And then Wilmot will have the Dirt Car Hell Tour Summer Nationals, super late models on the card.
Moving to Tuesday, June 16th, Eldora is going to have the Jack Hewitt Classic Ohio Sprint Speed Week Night 5 of the All-Star Circuit of Champions and non-wing 410. Grandview is going to have USAC Sprints, Lebanon Valley, and Mr. Dirt Track USA with big block modifieds. West Liberty in the Dirt Car Summer National Hell Tour with some super late models.
Wednesday, June 17th, Bridgeport out there in New Jersey will have the USAC Sprints. Davenport for the Iowa Governor's Cup will have the Hell Tour with the super late models. Huset's with the Huset's Hustle Night number 1 with the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars.
Moving to Thursday, June 18th, Big Diamond and USAC Sprints, Dubuque Fairgrounds, and the Hell Tour with the super late models. Huset's and Huset's Hustle, $150,000 to win with the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars. Skagit and the Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup, Night 1 with NARC 410.
Then we go to Waynesfield for Ohio Sprint Speed Week, Night 7 for the All-Star Circuit of Champions. And they also had the USAC Midwest Thunder Midgets on the card that night. I'd like to get up to that race. Weather's not looking great right now, but I'd definitely like to make it. Friday, June 19th at 1:41, we got the World of Outlaw late models. Farmer City will have the Dirt Cars Summer National Hell Tour with the late models. Fremont will have Ohio Sprint Speed Week, night number 8 with the All-Star Circuit of Champions.
Hilltop's going to have super late models, modifieds, mod lights, mini stock, super mods, Crown Vics, and 270 wing micros. Huset's and the High Bank Nationals, night 1 with the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars. I-96 going to have IRA and Great Lakes Lightning Sprints. Limaland and the 91st anniversary race with GLTS, mods, and stocks. And Lincoln Park is going to have PowerEye 410.
Moeller Raceway Park will also have the Ironman Impact Race Gear 40, $5,000 to win for the American Late Model Ironman Series. They'll also have Sport Mods Compacts, U.S. Legend All-Stars, and Crown Vics on the card. Needmore sees the USCS take the center stage. Ohio Valley has modified Sport Mods, the front-wheel drive 4-bangers, WRA mini wedges, and super late models. Skagit with the Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup, Night 2 with the NARC Sprint Cars. Smoky Mountain with the Mountain Moonshine Classic Night 1 for the Lucas Oil late models. And Williams Grove has the USAC non-wing 410 sprints.
Saturday, June 20th, 141 is going to have the World of Outlaw late models, all tech. Rick and Trace there with the pit report. I'm sure they'll be checking out some USCS, Atomic, and Ohio Sprint Speedweek finale. $10,000 to win with the All-Star Circuit champions. USAC Midwest Thunder Midgets also on hand there at Atomic. Brownstown's going to have super late models, super stocks, pure stocks, Hornets, and Crown Vics. And Butler is going to have IRA sprints.
Circle City Raceway will have modifieds, Crown Vics, Super Stocks, and the OVSCDRA. Crystal Motor Speedway there in Michigan for the Dan Saleh Memorial Summer Classic, $11,000 to win for the late models. Florence will have the Ohio Valley late models versus Topless Outlaw late models, Sport Mods, Crown Vics, and Legends. Goods Raceway is still running. I'm hearing that track's for sale, so I don't know what all they're running, but they're definitely still racing if you want to get out to Goods. And then Huset's for the High Bank Nationals, $300,000 to win for the World of Outlaws sprint cars. Let's go, Sheldon Haudenschild.
Yeah, and don't forget, if a non-outlaw takes that victory, they get to add another $100,000 on top of that. Somebody could walk away from Huset's $400,000 richer on Saturday night.
They can't beat Sheldon, though, Josh.
Hey, that's my pick. I'm with you.
All right.
Moving to I-55, a dirt car, Summer National Hell Tour. The Summer Nationals, Ray Marler Memorial and Super Late Models. Lincoln Park's going to have Buckeye Bob 33 with non-wing 410 mods and mod lights. Montpelier Beach Party Night, John Hazley Memorial, UMP Modifieds, Hornets, Super Stocks, and Street Stocks. Muskingum County and Super Late Models, Modifieds, Mod Lights, Hobby Stocks, and 604 Crate Late Models.
Needmore sees the USCS in attendance. Oakshade will have the 37th annual Barney Oldfield American Late Model Ironman Series will pay $5,000 to win there at Oakshade. They'll also have super stocks and compacts on the court as well there. Port Royal will have the USAC Sprints. Sharon will see the Scout Night free. General admission for all scouts in uniform and $1 hot dog night that night. They'll have UMP Modifieds, B Mods, Rush Wingless Sprints, and Crown Vics on tap.
Yeah, just going to touch on that. Yeah, Sharon, love the promotion there. Scout Night, free scouts, you get in, the kids will be coming. Parents will want to take them because they can get them in for free, and then you can't beat $1 hot dog. So love the promotion there from Sharon to help get some extra folks in the gate. Moving to Skagit and the Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup, $100,026.26 to win with NARC 410 sprint cars. Smoky Mountain and the Mountain Moonshine Classic with Lucas Oil late models. Spoon River's going to have Power Eye 410. Tyler County is racing, and Wayne County is going to have UMP mods, super stocks, super late models, and sports compacts.
Then we go to Sunday, June 21st. Action Track USA for the USAC Sprints. Lincoln Speedway for the Bennett Memorial Race. It's the Hell Tour again for the super late models. And then Path Valley will see the PA Posse 410 Sprint Car Series. And that is our racing to come.
Yeah, a lot of racing to come. We're getting into the meat of things here. Before we go, I want to touch on a few things. Number one, Abby Holbein's mom was showing the race live there from Montpelier. So shout out to her. I think it was her mom. Shout out to her for showing the race live. That's how I was able to catch the Montpelier race. Check out our guy, Ryan Barr, with a nice 6th place finish. And shout out to Harley Burns. He got the win last night at Lincoln Park Speedway. And I don't know if it helped or not, but that dirt tracks and rib racks fire suit that he had on might have gave him a little bit of extra speed.
Yeah, I
So
say it would.
yeah, some awesome stuff there from the Dirt Tracks and Rib Rack guys, and Harley Burns gets the win there at Lincoln Park. I'm hoping to get to Eldora Tuesday night for Ohio Sprint Speedweek. Not only do you get the winged 410 that night, but you also get the non-winged 410. Looking forward to that. Anything from you, EJ, before we wrap it up?
Well, I mean, I work for Amazon. We're getting really busy at work right now. So I'm hoping to make it to hopefully Waynesfield on Thursday. If not, I really don't know right now because I don't want to begin to lie. But the tickets I do have right now is for Kings Royal. So I'm sure I'm going to get somewhere before. I definitely want to give a shout out to my kids. So Ernest and Colson, I love you guys, and hope you're tuning in. Hope you guys are ready for Kings Royal. And yeah, all I got for you, Josh. Rest in peace, Pella, and let's go Sheldon Haudenschild.
That's right. Let's go Sheldon Haudenschild. Everybody like, follow, share, and subscribe. Thanks for the support, and we hope to see you at the track.